Shizzle all for shizzle. Got an excellent show here today. Today's Thursday, so I'm just going to respond to comments. I was talking about, I believe, Russia taking over Luhansk, and then somebody left a comment saying MAGA question mark, and I was like, MAGA question mark, MAGA question mark, and so I'm only assuming that this person that left the comment either is new to the channel, maybe looked at me and got confused, like MAGA. Maybe one of these left wing liberals that assume that all black people are still liberals, uh, even though they put up Kamala Harris, who was one of the worst candidates. But I don't have time to hold people's hands if that is a liberal. I don't have time for that. What I do have time for is explaining MAGA and the foreign policies. And I might even critique on the right side because people on the right side are so MAGA first, and there's nothing wrong with that. They're only boxed in here in America. Well, how does this benefit America, America, America? And they're not concerned with foreign policy. This is my observation. This is my assumption. Um, so being MAGA, uh, most of the MAGA people that I've talked to are just strictly about America first and are not really concerned with the foreign policy. I think the most they are is much like Marjorie Taylor Greene. If it has nothing to do with us, then not worried about it. So I don't think the majority of these people that I'm talking about voted for Trump because of some foreign policy. I think they voted for Trump because of the borders, which I consider the border crisis domestic, the economy domestic. Um, what were the three main pillars? The economy, the border, jobs, which is the economy. I think those were the major pillars of MAGA voters. Even when I went to a rally, the one, what was her name? The sister. I went to an Atlanta rally here in Atlanta, Georgia, when Trump did the rally. Uh, and I remember when Trump was talking about all the promises, people clapping, and then he mentioned the war in Ukraine, and everybody just kind of didn't react. I reacted. I stood up and clapped him back. And it kind of revealed, it didn't kind of reveal, it revealed to me that people didn't really care about it because people care about here and now, here in America, and understandably so. That doesn't take away from a person's intelligence or make them ignorant. I would just say they just, I mean, their concern is what's going on here. We got job layoffs here that happened under Biden. Um, we got the housing market. We got so many problems here in America, which is understandably so. And so people are looking for remedies and solutions right away here in America. You know, um, case in point, this morning I just got news that Microsoft, and it's funny because y'all don't know, I don't really talk about video games, right? But Microsoft laid off like 9,000 people from like at Bethesda. And the only reason I know about it is because I'm subscribed to the King channel. And the King and his wife, they do King and Queen, yeah, King and Queen, Mississippi Queen. Anywho, the King, I'm subscribed to his channel, man. He's an older fella. What up, Josh? What's going on? What's going on? So, Josh, yeah, I'm just checking in this morning. I got to go to the dentist, so I got to do like a half a day. I got to grab four loaves and then go to the dentist because of traffic. Because I got an appointment at 3 o'clock. Oh shoot! I got an appointment at 3 o'clock, so I got to make. Hold on. I got to map this out, y'all. I didn't even map out the timing. Hold on. I got to do this just right. First load, second load, third load. So 1 o'clock, I got to be out of here. I got Josh. I got the next 4 days off. Okay, Josh, man. Yeah, Josh. America. We are really focused in and zoomed in on our jobs, our housing. I don't know if you heard about the Bernie made Freddie Mac scandal, but Trump, he's trying to get the interest rate down on the housing and all that. And uh, I'm gonna tell you the mass layoffs. Like I said, I'm subscribed, Josh, to a gaming channel, and the king. He always talking about video games and all that. He's old. He's old. I don't know. He's about my age. He's an older cat. Him and his wife. And they're from like Missouri. I hear everything back, son. I hear everything. Okay, okay. So yeah, Josh, I know you hear everything, and so um, I say that to say this. I tune in to kind of just relax, and I watch the king and his wife, and they be just be talking about video games, right? This morning, I tuned in this channel, and he talked about some mass layoffs, and I'm like, damn. So even if you're just a gamer who don't even get involved in politics and all that in the economy, it was like it really hit home the news that he had, and it's like, damn. This morning, his channel was a political channel. It was like it was video game related, but it was political. That just goes to show you politics is in everything, Josh. But you know this. I'm preaching to the choir. You know this. Politics is in everything. And like I said, um, I get on here as you know. I like to. I embrace politics. I'll tell you about Putin and Trump and all that. But there's a side of me, Josh, that I get on YouTube and I like to watch gaming channels and video games and all that, just to escape from the. I wouldn't say escape from the politics, but when I come to YouTube, Josh, I have a variety of stuff. Do comedy. I like watch some. I have to refer you to Lex IM channel. You'll like that, Josh. You'll like that channel. She's a sister that goes in the hood and she antagonizes people, and it's oh god, it's to me it's funny, but what she's doing is very dangerous. She can get herself hurt, but she does these pranks and the shit is funny. But I say that to say, I didn't mean to go off in a tangent, Josh. I watch multiple channels, multiple genres, and the King channel, like I get the ebb and flow of politics change under Biden. My company suffers now. We invested 100 million, damn, in the next 3 years, and we can't find enough people to work. Wow, Josh, you're still in Oklahoma though, right? I would say you got these businesses, Josh. Hey, how you doing, Chubbs? How you doing? Your situation and your job sounds like this, Josh. These companies always move away from the big cities and they move to smaller towns. And it's almost like they force the people from big cities to try to move into these small towns. And so it sounds like there's a big vacuum in your company. And because your company a lot of times own other companies in other places, they will lay off people to herd people. So, well, we got laid off, but there's a job over here in the next state. I work near Tulsa. Right, you're in Oklahoma. You're in Oklahoma, so I'm pretty sure there's a employment vacuum, meaning you guys probably plenty of people were a global company. No, no, I agree. I know you're why. What I'm saying, Josh, is that that company that you work for probably has a company here in Atlanta. In order for them to fill seats where you are in Oklahoma, they will lay off a massive of people and say, "Hey, we have some employment available in Oklahoma." They'll do shit like that. You know what I'm saying? And then people's lives are inconveniently interrupted. And that relates to the whole Microsoft layoff to Bethesda. People, especially when they get around my age, they don't like to. I don't think nobody likes the inconvenience to have to get up and move, and have their lives abrupted. People like stability. They like stability. They don't like moving around. At least I know I don't, and I'm a truck driver. You know, for sure. Right, Josh. So what I'm saying is that those companies will purposely do that shit to abrupt people's lives and shit. So, oh yeah, but we got jobs over here. Yeah, but now I gotta move up to another state. I gotta move out. I gotta pack. Yeah, this shit is stressful, Josh. And so these are the domestic concerns of Americans, you know. So yeah, people don't have time to be worrying about Putin and Russia and Ukraine and all that shit and Israel and Iran. Um, so and especially the channels that I'm subscribed to, especially the gaming channels. But the gaming channel again that I subscribe to, they had American First, right? And so even with the gaming channel that I'm subscribed to, King, it's called King's Corner, and you may not, in fact, you may not even be in the video games like that, but it's just the fact that when I cut on his stuff this morning, he talking straight politics because them people, that mass layoff that Microsoft did with Bethesda, major. And for that 30 minutes that I watched this show, it became a political channel. I watch gamers on Twitch. Okay, so um, King's Corner is a smaller channel, him and his wife, because, you know, they're older gamers, you know. But the point I'm making, Josh, is that um, I did not expect for King to be on that level, even though King is a very well educated man, him and his wife, and uh, he uses that channel to, I guess, just escape from, you know, just the realities of just real life. And so when froze, Mr. Blackson. Uh-oh, I froze. Froze. Uh-oh. I lost all my people. All right, y'all, I'm out. Peace. Damn.